Hi everyone. Today's video should be rather simple for you to understand. It is around data validation and conditional formatting. Now, what is data validation? Well, data, at times it is quite unstructured. For example, name. There is no fixed format to it. Name can be anything. It can be Kaustav, Aarti, Rajesh, Bhavna, Rakesh, Yash, anything. On the other hand, you have certain things that can be structured. For example, if you see this column D, it can either be paid or the user can either be a free user. There is no midway, right? A given set of fixed options are there. That's when data validation comes in quite handy. Let me show this to you by an example. So, over here in data, you can actually click on data validation over here, and this will open your data validation rules dialog box. From here, you can actually select this, or you can simply select column D as well. But column D also has this header, so I'll just select this and click on Add Rules. So the range applied is the ones that we selected, D2 to D18, and Google Sheet, as usual, very smartly understood that there are just two different types. Of course, you can add a third type, that is uh, trial. Okay, well, trial. Now, once this is done, and you click on done, then Google Sheets has allowed you to basically add these different chips over here. Now you can select what you want. You can change it trial. Okay, yeah, I've allowed multi-select. So I'll just disable multi-select, all right? And it quickly showed me that this is invalid because I selected two. So I'll just select one of them, that is just paid. Now I can select multiple ones as trial, and let's say I want to select the next three ones as trial. So remember what we did? We just select this, go to this round blue dot over here, and I'll just drop it down and select all these as trial. And this is fixed within our parameters of data validation. Now you can add colors also. For example, free means that it's, let's say, green, blue means that it's paid, and trial means that this is a work in progress. Let's make it yellow. So how quickly now this looks in a much more presentable and neat format. All right, there are some more advanced options that you have. For example, you can show help for a particular text. If some data is incorrect, then you can either reject the input or show a warning. I'll just quickly show you what this is. Let's say I select something random. Then this will not allow me to select these options. On the other hand, if I select show a warning, then it will allow me, but it will show me a warning. Like you can see this red dot over here. I hope you can see this. So this basically means that it's a warning over here. Alright. Similarly, there are much more things like chip style. How do you want to design it? Should be arrows, should be plain text without arrows, etc. etc. Okay. I hope you understand this. There are different criterias also. These are where the conditions come into the picture. For example, let's say that I want to give a new rule. Okay, I want to give a new rule for this age set. So I add a rule, and instead of doing a drop down over here, I want to do a condition that is greater than or equal to 25. Okay, and remaining ones show a warning, and click on done. So now if you see all the ones that are below 25, they are now receiving a warning. Why? Because I selected that the value must be greater than or equal to 25. So again, there are multiple options over here, and I'll allow you to play with your own data set to make yourself a bit more comfortable with this. But apart from this, let's say I don't want to make this into an ugly red bar over here, right? This is rather ugly, these red arrows. So let me just delete this, and that's when I'll show you conditional formatting. So just now how you saw, right? If it's paid, it's blue. If it's green, that means it's free. Yellow means trial. But you don't always have to go through data validation and everything to do all these things. There's a much more simpler way to do this, and that's where conditional formatting comes into the picture. So all you need to do is select this, and after that go to format, and then conditional formatting. Now over here, this is applied to this range from B12 to B18. And over here, the rules are that if this is greater than or equal to 25, then please make the color as light green. Okay. And let's say for the same range, if it is less than 25, then please make it red. That's it. Now we have a color coded structure. Now remember we were discussing on filters in the last video. So now you can simply sort it or you can filter by color. Let's say I want to select the ones that are above 25, so I can simply select light green. And you saw on the basis of color this time it automatically got filtered. So this is around conditional formatting and data validation. There are multiple other ways to format this. For example, when you have dates, as I showed you, then there is date is before this date or after this date. If the values are okay, let me just quickly show you one more example. Okay, let me change this to sorry, yeah, I just removed all the filters, and let me change this to make this particular data set. I'll delete this. Make it green only if it's between two values. Let's say if it's between 21 to 24. Okay. So I can also select between 21 to 24. That way, only this data set became green. So there are multiple other options that you can actually explore over here. So try it out, choose your own data set. Even I created this randomly, and you can play around with this particular set. All right, I'll see you in the next video when we understand more on the most important concept of your entire analysis journey, and that is formulas. So make sure you approach this with a fresh mind. Okay, all the best.